guys, what is Miami? Is it this, the beaches, or is it this, the shopping, or is it even this, the partying? These are all things that have to do with Miami, but what is the real Miami? And what does this orange have to do with Miami? Believe it or not, a lot more than you think, and that's what I want to help you understand and get to know a little bit more on this video of what is Miami. Now, the first Miami that I want to talk about is the one that most people internationally think about. And that includes the fast cars, that includes the shopping, that includes the beaches. And yes, that Miami is Miami Beach. Miami Beach has a long, well, not so long history compared to a lot of other tourist locations internationally. However, it is one of the top destinations in the world. Now, is that the real Miami? I don't think so. No, that's Miami Beach. It is, yes, part of Miami, but that is Miami Beach. A lot of people internationally come to it. A lot of people come to Miami because of Miami Beach. A lot of people think of Miami as a whole as being entirely like Miami Beach, but the rest of Miami is not quite like that. That is specifically Miami Beach. All right, the second Miami is the one that the local people in South Florida use, and that is the county of Miami-Dade. People from Fort Lauderdale, from Tampa, from the Keys, whenever they are going to a place in Miami-Dade, they simply say, I am going to Miami. In case you don't understand, Miami-Dade is the county, which is, for those of you who are international, it's like a province or a prefecture. And within that county, you find different cities. Like Miami Beach is a city within the county of Miami-Dade. So is Hialeah, so is Kendall, so is Doral, Coral Gables. So that is a Miami more used by the locals. While the tourists internationally usually think of Miami as Miami Beach, and it's more than that, a lot of the locals think of Miami as the county of Miami-Dade. If someone from Fort Lauderdale is driving down to a city within Miami-Dade, they a lot of times just simply say, I am going to Miami. And also too, a lot of the people that are from the county of Miami-Dade, from a city like Kendall, when they travel internationally and they speak to people internationally, they usually tell them, I am from Miami. They don't say I am from that specific city within the county, but rather I am from Miami. And when they say that, they refer to the county of Miami-Dade, which is the Miami more known to the locals. Now, the third Miami that I want to talk about is the city of Miami. The city of Miami is where I am standing right here. Originally, in this area, there used to be a tribe of Native Americans known as the Cuesta. And it is believed that in their language, or in the language of another tribe that was around Lake Okeechobee in Florida, they used the term Miami to refer to big body of water. So the term Miami meant big body of water, and they used it for They used it for Lake Okeechobee. They also used it for what became known as the Miami River, which is a little bit farther that way. And from that term, Miami, came the word Miami. Now, originally, this city, before it was founded, it used to have, South Florida as a whole, used to have a lot of oranges, a lot of orange growth. And in 1894, there was a freeze that ended up causing most of the oranges farmers to lose their crops, except the ones that were in this farther south area due to the temperature down here. And there was a woman by the name of Julia Tuttle, which is a very important figure when it comes to the development of Miami. And it's a very important figure that we need to understand, because she is the reason why I am holding this orange right here. She is the one that back in the day when that happened, she reached out to her friend, Mary Brickle, and to her husband, and together they contacted Henry Flagler. Now, Henry Flagler was a railroad tycoon who had a railroad, and when they contacted him, they incentivized him by giving him land and telling him of the prospective future of Florida to expand his railroad all the way down here to what was at the time Biscayne Bay. And so in 1896, the city of Miami was incorporated with 300 residents. Now, technically, the city of Miami is the real Miami. However, as the greater Miami area kept expanding, it became the county of Miami-Dade. So I am going to have to give it to the county of Miami-Dade, not to the city. I'll call the city the original Miami, but I'll call the county of Miami-Dade the real Miami. And that is because the locals, the people that live down here, whether they live in Hialeah, Kendall, and Westchester, Doral, Coconut Grove, wherever they live, whenever they travel, they say, I am from Miami. So they understand that if you are from Miami-Dade, technically you are from Miami. So everyone who is from the county of Miami-Dade is indeed from Miami. So I'll give the real Miami to the county of Miami-Dade, and I'll give the original Miami to the city of Miami. And just a little bit of extra information that you might find useful. Miami is one of those few cities in the world that was founded by a woman. That woman being Julia Tuttle. So if you want to take a picture of the statue that I showed in this video of Julia Tuttle, that statue is here in Bayfront Park, just a little bit that way, right close to the water. So that's where you can find that statue of Julia Tuttle in Bayfront Park. In case you want to take pictures, if you visit Miami and want to take pictures of the statue of the founder of Miami, that's where you will find it. But that's the information that I got for you. Hope you enjoyed the video, and hope that now you know a little bit more about Miami itself, the history of Miami, and what is indeed the real Miami.